Howdy, howdy, howdy. Happy Thursday. Hopefully that's good. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it sounds good. Okay. Well, welcome to the Thursday Magic stream where I play whatever the heck I want. In this case, we're doing something a bit wacky. I made a joke last week while playing one of these decks, one of the three that's in front of me right now. Um, and decided to roll with it. I actually had to slightly rebuild the deck to be able to make this work. So it's going to be planes, trains, and automobiles tonight. We're going to start off with Psy Master Thopterus, then move on to Trax the Max, or, well, I mean, he has a different name, but I call him Trax the Max. And he's going to be so Psy Master Thopterus is going to be our planes. Then our trains are the Trax, and then Akiri and Silas as a partner commanders are going to be the automobiles. They are the unicorn. Yeah, so on Thursdays I play whatever I want. On Sundays I play a kind of beginner stream, so you're always welcome to look into the Sunday stream if you're looking on how to kind of play Magic. I go through the steps really easily with really fairly simplistic decks that are kind of tuned to be played specifically against each other. This is actually one of them, the Psy Master Thopterus deck, but we're going to try it here tonight because I didn't have a better planes deck. I don't have like Bird Tribal or something, so Thopters it is. Well, and Thopters, like being artifacts and everything. So yeah, let's go and get started. Let's see what we've got here. So with Psy, generally we just want to play artifacts as fast as we can. We got a really good hand here. Enough lands to play everything that's in. Thank you, Cuckoo Clock. We've got enough lands to play whatever we need. We even have Panharmonicon, which will be really good with stuff like this Whirler Rogue. Yeah, so I think that we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's see what we draw. Haunted Fingraph could have been another artifact. We're kind of not needing too many more lands. At this point, we really want to see something else. So we'll go and play that and then pass the turn. Trax here was the deck that I had to remake. So Traxos Scourge of Krug is the commander. 4 cost 7/7 trample. Doesn't untap during your enters the battlefield tapped and doesn't untap during your untap step. So we're going to try to solve that and basically just run people down. That's kind of the whole point of him, is he starts off really strong and he's really cheap and he's really easy to untap. So he's one of my 2 colorless decks, actually. My other colorless deck is a Sliver deck. So that's always fun. And this will help us get some more land and pump up Traxos. But really what we're looking at right here, we have plenty of land to get started with Everflowing Chalice to get that 4th mana, and then stuff like Sword of the Animist and things will allow us to be able to untap Traxos and start getting in on it. Also, it's really good to have Unwinding Clock, which basically means that we never have to worry about actually playing things. Traxos will just untap. So let's go and do a waste here and pass the turn. I really like the full art wastes. I think they're the best version of waste so far, but I'm kind of partial to all full art lands, so full art lands are pretty much the best. And then we have vehicles. I played this last week. It's pretty straightforward. We have vehicles. We're going to use Akiri to tap them down, Silas to bring them back if we need to. We have some lands, and amazingly somehow we started with Tempered Steel and SRAM, so that's going to be freaking amazing start, really. And another, oh, wow, this is going to be really good, honestly, because our Renegade Freighter will be able to be tapped or be activated by by SRAM, and then we can use Akiri with some of the other ones, like, Oval Chase Dragster, actually we can do pretty quickly with SRAM. But yeah, so let's see. We'll put Nomad Outpost into play tapped, and we will pass the turn and just hope that we can use SRAM to get some more land so we can play some of the higher cost ones. We started off with 3 really good lands. Nomad Outpost And Glimmer Post Void, or Glimmer Post, Glimmer Void Post. I'm mixing the words up. That one taps for any color of mana. So in a 4-color deck, we're doing really good with that. Let's see, another island. Yeah, that's not what we want to see, but hopefully what we can do is we'll be able to use Psi to sacrifice some Thopters and maybe dig ourselves out of there. I'll set this over here. Okay. So back to the max. I went with Traxos for our trains because it just seemed most fitting. I mean, being able to pile drive with a really strong creature is kind of what I would expect out of a train. So let's go ahead and Overflowing Chalice for 1. That means we can play Trax next turn, and we will pass. 1 turn early, actually, thankfully. That'll make for some. Well, Trax by himself 3 attacks, kills 1 player, so hopefully it won't be a really, really quick game, but yeah, I don't really see how it will be. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. We got Hannah. That's not bad at all. So let's do Island, and we will cast Shram and pass the turn. Shram is really, really good in artifact decks, especially with this. Now, I think that there are technically some better ones. I think there's a dwarf that's really, really good. Maybe if I don't already have him in the deck, I may have to try to find a copy of him or something. The vehicle deck is really, really jam-packed right now. It's really good cards. Grand Architect, awesome. Okay, 3, that's Psi, and now we'll be cooking. We'll be able to start making Thopters, and then we'll sacrifice them for some juicy cards. Let's see. So, with that being said, train is a comin'. Very much a comin'. 4 mana, Trax into play tapped. We will pass the turn. We got Rose Gloves, so we'll be able to... actually, probably what we'll do is... I think we'll start off with Rogue's Gloves first, because the Sword of the Animist is good, and we'll probably do that next. Or actually, I don't know, maybe Swiftfoot Boots actually is called for, just so that we can protect Trax first. I'd really like to just start drawing cards as soon as possible, but it may be that it's smarter to just go ahead and get the protection while we can. So, Great Furnace, nice. So, let's see. I think we do want to cast a vehicle this turn, but we can't do Oval Chase Dragster quite yet. So I think what we do want to... We want to get something out. So let's go and do Great... Well, do we want to do Great Furnace here? I think actually we want to do Glimmer Void. I'm wondering if maybe we can trick ourselves into a prototype portal, and then we'll have infinite red mana, basically. I mean, not actually infinite, but being able to create a new land every single turn is going to be amazing. So let's go and get a vehicle out. We'll draw a card. Another land. That's perfect. So we will actually Shram. I think we want to go ahead and attack the Traxos deck, because Traxos is so big and we're not going to get through with them anyway. We need to start dealing damage. So let's go ahead and we will attack it for 2. Let's see, we have a commander cast on both Psi and Trax. I want to keep track of that. Excuse me. So that's how we're looking right now. We haven't done too much. We just kind of started, so... let's see. Do we even... Okay, sorry. I was just thinking. That's what we have. We need Psi to maybe help pick up the pace as well, to do something about the train it's a coming. Untap, draw a card. Skull Clamp. Holy crap. Okay, well that's a really good one. Foundry of the Consoles. Now the question is, what do we want to play? And maybe we do... Ooh, maybe we do this? I'm not sure. So we'll tap 3. We'll play Grand Architect. We will tap 2 here, play Panharmonicon, which gets us a Thopter. Let's turn our artifact creature blue to make the Thopter into a blue creature. We'll tap that for... Oh wait, let's see. Can we actually do that? Yeah, okay, so this isn't it grants the ability to tap. It's an ability that says tap and untap creature you control, so we can do that immediately. We will do that Thopter, and we will say Skull Clamp and get another Thopter from that. So that's a really good turn, honestly, and it didn't really empty our hand, but it got a lot of cards out. So actually, let's see. No, we can't do anything else. We don't have enough mana to do anything else, so that's all we're going to do. We're just going to pass, and now we have a decent-sized army kind of built up, and we can... Actually, let's see. We do have 2 leftover mana. This might be a good case for using one of the mana to equip to Skull Clamp and kill a Thopter to draw 2 cards. Oh, nice. Okay, and then we'll do it again with our leftover mana, and we'll draw 2 more cards. Okay, so we have a ton of land. We need to get rid of something. So I think we get rid of this Haunted Fingraph, honestly. Because, well, we drew Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, which is going to be awesome. We drew Antiquities War. So I think this is going to be really good. And then I kind of think that this Tomb of the Spirit Dragon is going to be useful. So, yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So we got rid of our tokens, but we did draw 4 cards. So that's a giant step up from where we were. We put ourselves way ahead, thankfully. Okay, so untap. Draw a card. Let's see what Traxos has, and it's a waste. Nice. Let's go and play that. We will... Oh, wait. This doesn't untap during our untap step. We will pay 2 to play... we'll play Swiftfoot Boots, and we'll tap 1 to equip. And that's actually... We're playing the Swiftfoot Boots is what untaps that. I think we also want to go ahead and just keep using our mana, because we have plenty of cards to untap Traxos with. So we'll get out Rogue's Gloves while we still have a chance, while we still have some open mana to do it. Now the question is, who do we attack? Well, I guess we could actually hold off. So we technically could do this. So we will... Actually being smart, that's normally a good thing. I recommend being smart when possible. It's very stonks. We need to decide who we're going to attack. I'm looking, Shram is really good, but that Skull Clamp is really good too. I think we're going to go ahead and get in 6 damage, or 7 damage over onto the Plains deck. So they're going to lose 7 and take 7 commander. Ouch. That's a pretty big hit. 2 more hits, and they're done. So now, during our second main, we'll go ahead and play the Rogue's Gloves, and I'll untap Traxos. Okay. Let us pass again to the vehicles. Untap, draw a card. Or Chief of the Foundry. That's a nice one. So let's play Sulphurous Springs. I think that we want to... Interesting. So we won't be able to play... Let's see. I think what we want to do, I think what we want to consider doing is playing the Oval Dragster now, attacking with it, and the next turn We need... Let's see. We'll have this Great Furnace out. We need 2 white mana. It has to be these 2 and this one. Or maybe... See, I think we're kind of stuck. I don't know that we'll be able to play... We need a different land than the Great Furnace. We need something that will do white mana. Because if we get something that is white mana, then we can do this for Tempered Steel. And then we'll have this to pay 1 red and a white mana to be able to cast a Kiri. And then we can do 2 different vehicles on the same turn. So just in case we actually manage to make that work, I'm going to go ahead and Oval Chase Dragster here, draw a card. Not quite, but maybe we'll get there. So we're going to tap Shram to make Oval Chase Dragster into a creature. Since that is haste, we'll go ahead and swing for 6 at the trains. So they are now down to 32. Let's keep going, and we will get back over to the plains and see if the plains can mount some kind of defense against that train. Oh wait, no, we can't attack. Ooh, because Traxos. Okay, so we have to take that back. I need to actually pay attention to these cards. When I talked about being smart, I talked about being somebody else. 6. So they are at 38. Sorry. I need to pay more attention. I was looking at the computer when I was doing this and not looking at the board. So untap, draw a card, and we have Maraudon Besieged. Okay, so this is something that we could do to really ramp up our prospects. Let me think. Only to cast artifact spells or... Okay. Actually, well, we could land ourselves into a really, really strong Antiquities War, is what we could do. So maybe that's what we plan on doing. So if we do 3 here, we do Maraudon Besieged as Mirren, so that we get mirror artifacts. We tap 1-2 to play Palladium Mirror, which will get us a Thopter, and we need to get some mirror cards, actually. I wonder if we have any right here. Construct? No, that's not it. And that's the wrong type of mirror. Oh, there we go. So now we also have a mirror card. So that's actually really, really good. But the problem is we don't have anything else to play. Crap. We can't play... We don't have anything else to play this turn. So I think that... Well, we need to play a land. Well, wait, let me think. 4. Yes, we need to play a land this turn. So let's go ahead and play Nykthos. Because Nykthos wasn't really helping us. So, I mean, this turn, because we were going to have to tap 3 lands to get 3 blue mana. So, not much saved there. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. And we will see if we can't survive just long enough to be able to get that Antiquities War off. So untap, upkeep, draw a card. We have, oh, Goblin Artisan. Okay, that's a thing. Target artifact creature can gain flying. That seems like a good thing. Let's do tap 1. Oh wait, we need 2 to do that. Sword of the Animus is also 2. Okay. Yeah, we do want Rogue's Gloves. Let's go ahead and attack with Traxos. And who do we attack here? I mean, it sort of makes sense to keep targeting the planes deck. Too many planes. Too much potential. I don't know. Because the vehicles are mounting quite a good defense over there. And I don't necessarily know I want to find out how ugly it could get. I think between the two of these, it comes down to the fact that the planes deck has so much card draw. I think it makes sense to just go ahead and keep attacking them. So we'll go and deal another 7 damage to them. Now, there is a question about whether we would block. I don't think that we would block at this point. And part of it would be that even if we wanted to, yeah, it just, I don't know, it doesn't, we don't have quite enough to kill Traxos at this point, so I think we just go ahead and I think the plane stack takes the damage here one more time, and then we'll try to block as much damage as we can, which unfortunately puts us in within one attack. So if Traxos can make it all the way through all of our creatures, we'll die, but we don't know if that's actually going to happen. So, oh wait, we need to do something, and that is we need to pay 2 more to play Sword of the Animist. So, oh, and we dealt combat damage to a creature, or to a player, so we draw a card, and that card is a land, so we're going to go ahead and play that land. And I guess at this point, so we actually untapped that, so we'll go and equip the Sword of the Animist here. Yup, we're doing hot today. Go, Traxos, go. Steamroll these guys. Vehicle time. Vehicle time. Come on. Draw land. Draw land that produces white mana and doesn't come into play tapped. That's asking a lot. That is not it. But that actually does allow us to do what we were going to do. And that is we still need to play a land. So we won't get to be able to do that. But it does mean that we tap 3, play Tempered Steel, tap 2 more, play Ethereum Sculptor. We do not get to draw cards from Shram, but we do get to do this. So we're going to tap both of these to crew these 2 different vehicles. So actually it's more like this. So we're crewing these 2 vehicles, and we're just going to wreck them straight into Traxos. So going to attack with those 2. The Oval Chaser Dragster is an 8/3, and the Renegade Freighter is, let's see, oh wait, whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. So actually, this guy is, yeah, so he's actually a 7/6, and this guy is an 8/3. So if the Traxos deck blocks at all, they're going to lose Traxos. And so I'm not thinking that we want to this go around. So let's go and show here. Trains is going to take, I said 7 damage for one, and then 8 for the other. So there we go, 23. That's a bucket of damage. Wow. Okay, so I'm guessing that I would guess at this point the train deck is going to come after the vehicles now that they're tapped down. Yeah. So back to the planes. Soon to be war planes, am I right? So untap. Lots of things. Draw a card. Junk Drop Diver. Nice. Okay, so we can do, I think we do a lot this turn. We want to do, let's see, we actually do net 1 mana, I think now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so let's go and do this. We'll tap 3, or we'll tap this for 4 blue mana. We will play Whirler Rogue, which when it comes into play, we get two Thopters, two colorless Thopters, but because of our Panharmonicon, it's actually going to get two additional Thopters. Then we are going to... No, wait, we don't need to do that. We are going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be to cast Junk Diver. So let's go ahead and clean this up just a little bit. So we already have 5 Thopters here. We're going to get another one. So 6 Thopters and 2 Mirror. Let's go ahead and get some dice out. 2, 3. No, I said 5. So there you go. If only I could count. Now the question is, do we show our hands now? And I kind of think that we do, because we can get close to wiping out like anybody right now. So we're going to go ahead and tap 2 more, or tap 2 blue, tap this guy for 2 mana. We'll play Antiquities War. It comes into play and we get a Saga counter. So we look at the top 5 cards of our library, reveal an artifact among them. So 4, 5, and put it into our hand. Put the rest on the bottom. So an artifact from here, Master Transmuter. We will absolutely take that one. And the rest of these will go on the bottom in a random order. So I am not looking at them at all. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter too much, but even still. So we'll do that. And we have 2 more turns before artifacts I control become artifact creatures that are 5/5s. Actually, let's see. We can play another land this turn. So, do we have what we need to play Master Transmuter? And I don't think so, because we need 4 mana. We have a blue here, so we could technically turn something else into a blue creature to be able to cast an artifact, but we still need blue mana to be able to cast her. So let's go ahead and play Darksteel Citadel. And 5 mana. Yeah, so we're going to definitely do Foundry of the Consuls right before Antiquities War to boost our numbers. Okay. That's all. Master Transmuter, too bad you can't come out this turn. But now we have a decent sized army that we can do a lot with. So we will go to the train. Untap. Oh, let's see. Draw a card. It is Unstable Obelisk. Interesting. I'm trying to think. We may want to do Unstable Obelisk next turn. And the reason that I'm thinking that is because we may want to destroy the Antiquities War before it goes off. So I think that we want to get out the Unstable Obelisk this turn. And we will do this 4 mana. Well, I don't know. Somebody could technically have a counter spell, so let's go ahead and attack. We will swing at... I'll see, do we... We could just try to kill off planes here, but I'm kind of concerned. I'm honestly really concerned about the vehicles. It would be nice if we could actually get like a really big buff for Traxos so that we could start 2-shotting people, but yeah, I think we just go ahead and we'll attack the vehicles. I don't know, that seems... It doesn't seem smart because we could arguably kill off the planes, but our problem is that the vehicles are really going dead. They're dead centered on us. They're dealing a lot of damage. I'm not catching. I'm like I need to catch up to them or something. So I'm going to say the vehicles. I don't know if that's the best decision because they're going to attack me anyway. They're 2 turns away from killing me. I'm I really need to draw another buff. Hmm. Okay. Well. This is so tricky. The trains are in a weird position. Okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and attack the vehicles, which means we get to search for some kind of basic land, put into play tapped. Actually, what was the next card? The next card was not a really good buff card, like a Fire Shrieker or something like that. So at least there's that. It's not much, but it's honest work. Working on the railroad. So that's what we're doing. Okay, shuffle enough. Let's see what happens. Doop. And we aren't blocked at all, so we're going to deal 8 damage to the automobiles. Let's see. There we go. And because we dealt combat damage, we draw a card. Urza's Tower, that's not too bad. We'll go ahead and play that. Then we will pay 4 to play Unwinding Clock. So then we go to end the turn, and during our next upkeep, we will untap Traxos. Untap land. Untap vehicles. Starter up. Draw card. It says Daredevil Dragster. Huh. We have some different options. I'm wondering if let's see. The Darka Express is devastating. We could do Chieftain of the Foundry and Akiri, or we could do Daredevil Dragster and Akiri. Maybe we go ahead and get some additional mana out so we can start doing some more stuff. So we'll do Rakdos Signet, and we will pay 3 for Chieftain of the Foundry. We don't get to draw a card, but we do get an additional power. So we will. Oh wait, no, it costs 2. Oh, I gotta undo this. This is a lot different. I forgot about Ethereum Sculptor, so we actually pay 1 mana for Rakdos Signet. And we do this to cast Chieftain of the Foundry. And then do we play, or do we not do Chieftain of the Foundry? Do we do Adara Express? Because we could do Akiri and Chieftain of the Foundry next turn. I think that may be smarter. So that's 2 mana here, 4 mana for Adara Express. And Adara's not going to be able to attack, but we can double up on the vehicles. So we're going to tap 2 to activate both of these vehicles and attack the Traxos deck one more time. We're going to try to run down this train. We're back to 7-6 and 8-3. The question is, does Traxos block something? And I think that maybe they do. In this case, they are going to block the Renegade Freighter and take the 8 damage from the Oval Chase Dragster, because Traxos can block the Renegade Freighter without dying. Which maybe that may have warranted the Chieftain of the Foundry, but we already got another vehicle to go with. So train's going to take 8 damage, taking them down to 15 life. So let's pass the turn. See if there's any carpet bombing in our future. Untap. Lots of untap. Draw a card. We got Sharding Sphinx. Holy Christ. Oh, Sharding Sphinx, of course. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana from Nykthos trying to Nyx. 7 mana here. That's enough to cast Sharding Sphinx, which means that we get another Thopter and another Mirror. Then we are going to tap these 2, and we need to pay a blue. We're going to cast Master Thopter or Master Transmuter, which means we have a 4 Mirror and 7 Thopters. Oh wait, we were supposed to also do this during our upkeep, which means that we would have absolutely taken... No wait, it's... Let's see. After you draw your card. Okay. Add a lore counter. Read the cards. Okay. Okay, these are all just crazy good cards. Oh my gosh. This is bananas. Do we draw a bunch of cards? Do we untap creatures? Do we make all of our creatures 1 power stronger? All of our Thopters. We could play Unwinding Clock and untap all of our artifacts each turn. Man. I think maybe because this turn we're almost certainly going to attack with Sharding Sphinx in order to draw a ton of cards. Oh wait, well, let's see. This is how I would have done it, because we're having to go back in time, so I would have known to leave up 2 mana for this. No, wait, we needed a blue mana for... Let's see, we needed a blue mana... Let's undo this stuff here first. Let's undo this. So I think we're taking Bite into Thassa. And we will shuffle these up. Shuffle these up, put them down here. And let's see. Okay, so we still have 7 mana that we can get from Nykthos. 7 blue mana. With this, actually, we could switch this around. Do it like this. So that is 7 blue mana. What we can do is tap these 2 to pay for Sharding Sphinx. We're leaving... These mirror will be correct, ultimately, because we're going to play the same cards. We're just doing things in a smarter order. Sharding Sphinx. These 4 paid for the colorless. We had 2, so 5. Blue mana left, floating. We're going to tap this Whirler Rogue in order to make 2 more mana to cast artifacts. We'll use 2 more of the 5 floating mana that we have, so we have 3 blue mana left. We'll play the Master Transmuter. 3 floating, so we will go ahead and do this for Bite into Thassa, and we will get another mirror, and another Thopter. Okie dokie. So, we had 2 mirror at the beginning of this turn. We had 5 Thopters as well. So, this is what we're going to do. We are going to... We're going to attack the vehicle deck, because the Traxos deck is already... well, do we... They can only block 1 of these. 2 here, 5 here. We kind of need all of them to hit so that we have 7. Let's see. We do kind of need a little bit of help here. Let's see if we have another mirror, honestly. That would help us out just a little bit. It's very possible that we do. But I needs to look. Yeah, we have another mirror. Okay, that'll help. Hey, Loppy, how's it going? You're just in time to see somebody get their butt whooped. Let's see. So this is the untapped mirror. 3 of these will be untapped, but 2 of these will be attacking. We got a mess on our hands right here. This artifact deck is going bananas. Now the other decks are kind of going bananas too, so it's sort of fair, but this is going way above everything else. 5 of them are attacking. We have 8 here, so we have 3 untapped. So 3 Thopters untapped. These 5 are tapped. So they are going to block 1 of the mirrors, but 6 of them get through. So we are going to get 6 more Thopter. Well, let's see. Yeah, 6 damage total over to the... Let's go and look at the life totals. 6 damage over to the trains. And we will get 6 Thopters as well. Wow. Let's see. Do we have another blue? I mean, I know that we do. I just have to find it. It's... We're on a blue theme right now. You're as good as can be. I'm glad to hear that, Loppy, seriously. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. I know it's been a little rough. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that is plenty to be able to block with when we need to. Enough to block Traxos so that it doesn't kill us, and we'll still have a ton of stuff for Antiquity's War next turn. So let's go ahead and pass over to the Traxos deck. Yeah, we're doing all right. Been kind of busy with work for me, but and I don't think it's going to die down really quickly, but it'll be okay. Untap. Draw a card. Wastes. That's not good. Let's go and play that waste. We need to do something about... Well, I mean, the Thopter, the Sharding Sphinx we need to do something about, but the Antiquity's War is kind of worse, so we're going to destroy the Antiquity's War before it causes any more mischief. So that's destroyed. Yeah, stupid headaches as well. Okay. Do we have anything else that we can do? And it's really no. The answer is really no, unfortunately. I think we just have to attack with Traxos and try to make up something. So we're going to attack see if we attack the Thopters, they're absolutely going to block and kill Traxos, and that's the only thing that we have at this point. So I'll do the Sword of the Animist, and we are attacking the the automobile deck. And after we do that, we get to draw a card from the Rogue's Gloves, which is kind of weird for a train to be wearing, but, you know, it's like Thomas the Tank Engine. Kind of, actually, that would be hilarious. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to, like, spend one stream trying to modify my Traxos to have Thomas the Tank Engine on it. I do think I'm going to remake this deck, this trains deck, to actually have kind of more trainy vibe to it. But it's just gonna it was going to take too long, and I didn't really have time in the evenings to mess around with it. Oh, I understand. Yeah. I mean, it's probably kind of sucky to not be able to go into work when you kind of want to, and it would kind of help to be in sort of a groove to be doing stuff. So, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. We drew a card. We did 8 damage to the automobiles deck. Oh, +1. Which takes us here. So we are very close to dying. But that's about all we can do at this point. I think the planes are going to win because the vehicles are just gunning for us. But I can't. I mean, like, it sort of makes sense. I don't know. The planes are going to they're taking over, which is fine with me, of course, because out of these 3 planes, trains, and automobiles, I haven't really been on too many trains. I mean, trains are pretty cool, and I liked going on the one train that I did, but planes are better. Just they are. They are. Untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. What do we got? Sculpting Steel. Nice. I don't think we can play... Well, actually... Holy crap, we actually can, like, pretty much play everything that we want to because of the cost reduction from Ethereum Sculptor. So let's do these 2 to cast a Kiri. I'm wondering if... Because we want more vehicles. We want a lot of vehicles. Well, they are the best. I mean, planes are always the best. We've got so much more going on with them. I mean, trains, choo-choo, and everything, whatever. Automobiles suck. We should get rid of them. Teleporters, that's what I say. But planes... I mean, who doesn't want to fly? Seriously. I mean, there are some people who are kind of afraid of being on an airplane, but I don't think if they were just like suddenly woke up and they had wings, they would be completely opposed to actually using those wings. Like they would just like, you know, avoid using, like tuck them in under their shirt and never use them. I just don't see that happening. So we will pay 2 for Chief of the Foundry, and then 2 more. Let's see. We want to do Sculpting Steel, but what do we want to make it come into play as a copy of? See, I'm thinking that we don't... I mean, like, ideally Adara Express, but we don't really have enough to make that work as well as I'd like, and it would be much more punishing to have... Oh, Traxos actually untapped at the beginning of our upkeep. I think Chief of the Foundry makes more sense because we can have a higher damage potential that way and more likely to kill off things. So we're going to do Sculpting Steel as a copy of Chief of the Foundry. So we get an additional +2/+2 on our artifacts. So let's see, we need these 2 vehicles. We can actually do Akiri and Ethereum to crew our two automobiles here, our Adara Express and Oval Chase Dragster. So let's go and do that. Although I wonder if, I think we killed Trax, but I think we're going to die next turn. I mean, we could arguably hang back, but I think at this point we can't. We just can't afford to hang back. How much damage potential does the Thopters have? Okay, so they are going to have 14 Thopters plus a 4/4 Sharding Sphinx plus the 1/2 Junk Diver. I wonder how much it is. Give me a second. 1/1 Junk Diver. And then they have a bunch of Mirror. And I have one blocker. Ugh. But if I don't, then Traxos absolutely destroys me next turn. Ick. Oh, and I didn't draw 6 cards from the... Oh my gosh. Maybe okay, so at this point, this is an awkward situation. I think at this point what we do is we have to say, okay, look, trains, we're the automobiles. We need to team up. The planes are so obviously better than us. And we're super jealous. And we can't just stand by and let them win this competition here. We got to. This is me making a case here. So I think that the only way we manage to survive is if one of us, or if we team together and just assume that one of us is definitely taking a nosedive. And the planes are going to do an aileron roll on top of our dead bodies and then spread our ashes out to sea. But the other one may be able to take out the planes after our death. So I am making a judgment call here. I am going full out against the Thopters so that maybe we can, one of us will survive and the planes will not win. That's what I'm saying. Which means Adara Express with Menace is not dealing trample damage, so that's too bad. That's just 2 creatures that we don't care to lose. But the Oval Chase Dragster is dealing a lot. They are, let's see, a 10/9. Holy crap. A 10/9 creature with trample? Sheesh. But do we even care? That's a good question. And I don't know that we even care. Taking 10 damage. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 10 damage. I have 26. What do I care? I'm planes. I'm superior. Okay, the Adara Express is not destroyed, but... And I lost 2 mirror in that exchange, but that doesn't really matter so much. And we do have to resolve this. I drew 6 cards last turn and didn't think about it, and I probably actually got to play another artifact. So let's go and do this as if we didn't forget. So that was 4, 5, 6. Oh, almost definitely. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we would absolutely have done... Well, we're going to say we would have... Let's just say that we weren't going to play Crystal Shard, because if we played Crystal Shard, that would make so much nonsense. We wouldn't be able to jump Traxos because I have protection. I am 1000% insider trading. Jorah's Familiar. That's what we're going to say. That's my last call on it because we do have Crystal Shard in our hand, which means that we could bounce a creature, which would mean that the automobiles deck would not have been able to do as much because we would have absolutely paid Crystal Shard and forced them to bounce a creature to their hand. So yeah. Okay. So that's what we did last turn. Okay, so and 2 of these mirror are dead. So we had 3, that's 2. Untap. Untap. 2 mirror here. Actually, let's do that. I like that one better. Okay. And here we have, this goes up to 6, and this is down to 2. There we go. And this Thopter goes away. Okay. This is what we have. Just insanity. Okay. Draw a card for the turn. Chief of the Foundry. Oh, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. Okay, because we have Tomb of the Spirit Dragon here. We're going to activate Nykthos for some ridiculous amount of mana. Let's see. We don't draw any extra cards. Oh, but we did get another Thopter and another Mirror from playing the Joyra's Familiar last turn. Okay, so Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We get 11 blue mana to play anything and everything forever. So we do want to cast the Tezzeret Artifice Master. Let's see. He starts out with 5. Starts out with 5 counters. And, let me think. Do I even want to? Maybe we activate him. Maybe we go ahead and do that. We'll do 0 because we control 3 or more artifacts. We draw 2 cards. So let's go and draw 2 cards. Prototype Portal and Ichor Wellspring. This is absurd. Let's tap 2 blue creatures with Grand Architect to put Prototype Portal into play. When we cast an artifact, we get a mirror and another Thopter. And when it comes into play, we will exile Chief of the Foundry to be able to do that. So we still have 11 mana here to do with as we please. As we please. So... Oh, wait, no. We only have to tap 2 because Joyra's Familiar... No, wait, we do. So we have 1... We essentially have 1 colorless floating. So we'll use that 1 colorless floating to cast Ichor Wellspring, maybe? Is that what we want to do? Yeah, we'll go and do that. We'll draw a card. We'll get another Mirror and another Thopter. Then we will... We have 11 blue mana, though, to do with as we please. So let's go ahead and do... We'll use 3 of that to tap Prototype Portal and put a copy of Prototype Portal into... I mean, not Prototype Portal. Chief of the Foundry into play. So we have 1 of those. 1 extra of those. So we have, let's see, 8 mana left. So let's use 2 of that to play Crystal Shard. And, wait, we don't draw a card from that, but we do get a Mirror and another Thopter. So we have played 3 artifacts. Actually, I should do this. So we've... Right here. We'll keep track of it here. So that's 3. So it's sack -3 here, -3 here. Yeah. These are the ones that will stay untapped at the end of the turn. Okay. So we use 3, we use 2 more 5. We have 6 left. Let's use a blue to tap this to return Ichor Wellspring back to it. Return an artifact you control to its owner's hand, and you may put an artifact card from your hand into play. So we will go ahead and put Ichor Wellspring back into play and draw a card when it enters the battlefield. Then we have 6 left, so we will use one of the, no wait, we had, let's see, 3, 2, that's 6, so we have 5 left. So now we have 4 left to tap Crystal Shard, and that will bounce any, oh, it's a creature, okay. What creature would we return if we were going to? So we'll say we have 5 left. So actually, let's do this. We will pay 2 of those 5 that we have left. So we have 3 left to sacrifice one of our Thopter, well, one of our mirrors actually, because we don't give a crap about them. This is up to 3. So we'll sacrifice a mirror and Ichor Wellspring to draw a card from Master Thopters' ability, but when Ichor Wellspring goes to the graveyard, we draw another card. So that's 2 more cards. Pilgrim's Eye. Interesting. So let's go ahead and Pilgrim's Eye is 2. We used 2 of the 5, so we have 3 left. So now we have 1 left for Pilgrim's Eye. We will get another mirror. It's up to 3, Thopter up to 4. And we get an island from Pilgrim's Eye's ability. Let's see. We do still have a little bit that we could do, and I think that we have 1 mana floating left, 1 blue mana floating. So I think we will tap one of our blue. Well, let's see. We will use that last blue mana to equip Skull Clamp to Pilgrim's Eye, so it will die, and we will draw 2 cards. And Hangerback Walker and another island. Holy crap. Okay. So we will tap 2 mana, tap Tomb of the Spirit Dragon to gain 1 life for each colorless creature I control. So we have 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 3 plus, that's 6, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 29 life is what we're gaining with that. So 29 here. We didn't need to do that, I don't think, but okay, so we need to deal 33 damage total. Do we have 33 damage to do in 1 turn? Let's find out. These can't attack. All of these can, but most of them won't be able to hit. So let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 18, 19, 20. So 20 creatures, 20 creatures. That's actually 40 damage with just this stuff. So yeah, we absolutely... Am I going crazy here? Thopters. Yes, the power. The power is mine. Okay. So, yeah. That's enough damage because we'll say that, let's see, we need 10 of them to go after trains here. So this right here represents 5 damage. So 3 of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So actually only 2 of these are really needed to go after them. So we have 1 from here and 12 more, 13, 26 damage. So we can actually defeat both of them with just Thopters and these flying guys. Just being my ridiculous self. So, let's see. So, trains take minus 10 damage. No, wait, cancel. It's actually... But they do lose. Let's see. Do we... No. Oh, and now my screen's all messed up. Let's see. There we go. So they're dead. And automobiles got 113.26 damage. So they did lose as well. Okie dokie. Well, it looks like planes are superior in every way to trains and automobiles. This is a conclusion I already knew, but I'm just proving it to you guys. You saw right here, right before your eyes. This is how it works, right? Rigged. Not rigged. It's not, I swear. I did everything by the book. By the books that I cooked. I mean, by the book things that I definitely was perfectly good with. Let's actually do that again. We didn't take too long with that, so I kind of want to give it another shot here. We just drew all of the cards that we absolutely needed right when we needed it. All of them actually got pretty good hands. I mean, seriously, they all did get pretty good hands. But just lies and falsehoods. Just for your guys' benefit, we'll try it again. And this time, planes will win again. I'll show you. Do I need to shuffle on screen? So you don't think I cheated? Prepare to eat my words. Well, which one's better for you? Huh? Give me your argument for why planes isn't the best of all vehicles. One of the safest modes of travel, if not the safest mode of travel available. And often by far the quickest. And also they look cooler. Because trains go choo-choo. You give a compelling argument there, but I remain unconvinced. And I noticed that you didn't pick automobiles. Now, to be fair, older automobiles are cool. New automobiles look like trash. For the most part. Let's see. Do we got a good hand here? This is actually a decent hand. It's not a great hand, but it's a decent one. Oh wow. Yeah, these are all really good cards. We just need one more mana and we're actually super good. Super good. Okay. We'll clean up the turns as we get to them, so I'll reshuffle the other decks and start their next turn, but I'm going to, while we're here, go ahead and start this guy's turn. So, Sage of Latnam. Play an island and pass. So our max of tracks here. Now see, I did actually draw a terrible first hand for this deck. And then I got a decent second hand. So And the problem was I didn't draw enough land when I drew this for the train here. Um, I I did draw some good cards. Like I was kind of sad because I drew a card that gives +1/+1 for each land you control, and I think there's two of those in this deck. And it would have been kind of nice to be able to start with it, but I started with only one land, and you just can't get away with that. And you know what, Lobby? I don't know cars all that much. Like I know the name Mustang. It's not like I don't know like brands of cars, but I don't know really what it looks like just from the name. As you can tell, automobile is definitely my favorite hobby. I'm sure you can tell. That's the thing that I do with all of my free time. Not magic. Not the thing that I'm doing right now. Let's see. It's got a good shuffle with the tracks. Let's see if they can start. It's close. It's really, really close. This is oh man. I think I want to take this. I'm one land short of being able to play tracks, but I will be able to get close to being able to piston sledge. And I'm thinking that yeah, I feel like maybe we want to keep this because we can actually set up where we do two swipe hits to kill off players. And I think that that's what we want. Oh, wait. So we need to draw a card for the turn. Thran Dynamo. Thran Dynamo. So that is a good card, but it gives us mana, but we need a land, or we need something that can get us into the Thran Dynamo. So we're just going to have to pass and reshuffle this deck. So let's see. This one got a really good hand, but not good enough with Thopters going crazy. Doop doo ba doo. Doop doo ba doo. When I was a kid, I imagined buying a school bus and turning it into some kind of like really cool house type thing. But now that I've grown up, that would be a terrible idea. I would never want to drive it around anywhere. I'd want to park it and then never drive it again. It seemed like such a cool idea when I was a kid because I had so many siblings, and like being able to have a bunch of actual space in the car on long road trips was kind of appealing. But anymore now it's like, gosh, can you imagine how much money it would cost to drive it anywhere? And you would have to drive it in the first place. You'd have to, like, you couldn't go certain places because there wouldn't be enough room. Like you'd have to figure out how to get like different permits to be able to park in places that otherwise couldn't have a vehicle that size. I don't know. And as Jeff, well, not Jeff Foxworthy, oh, another one of those comedians said he joked about renting a big trailer to, or like RV to go take his family on vacation. And when you know, like they're so big you don't, yeah, Bill Engvall, there you go, they're like so big that there's no backing up when you have to go fill it up with fuel, so you just leave the parking lot, spin it, drive around the block and come back and try to do it again. And when you get to some vacation spots, you'll see a bunch of different RVs doing exactly the same thing. He was like, it's a white trash road race. That's how it would be. I would screw it up. Almost certainly. No big vehicles for me, if I can help it. Let's see. This is a terrible freaking hand. This is an awful hand. Nope. Absolutely not. And this is shaping up to be another freaking awful hand. Nope. We will get to a good hand sometime, someday, somewhere, somehow. Bludgeoner's Brawl, Mox Opal, Tezzeret the Seeker. Oh. I mean, we'll get close to enough land. I actually think that maybe this is doable. Because we'll be able to do Thopter Engineer and the Daredevil Dragster, as well as Bludgeoner's Brawl pretty quickly, which will also allow us to do Mox Opal. Yeah, I think this is what we want to do. Okay, so we will reshuffle these cards back in. He would control the house for you. Yeah, if Calcifer would just pop into existence from a movie and become a moving castle for me, that would be ideal. But then again, it just becomes a plane in the end, right? It becomes a flying castle. So air superiority. I mean, we're back to how planes are the best. We're already back to how planes are the best. Okay, this is quite enough shuffling. Maybe we will draw land and be okay. Or we'll draw 17 land in a row, who knows. Land. Goody goody. Let's do command tower and heck, why not? We'll throw Mox Opal out there just because. So we will pass the turn. You love the choo-choo? So we're two choo-choos against a plane. Let's see. Let's draw a card. Favorable wins. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think that it's possible the planes are going to win. So we will favorable wins, and all we need is one more mana. So essentially, if we get one more mana, we are so dominating. You can have a flying choo-choo if that's what you want. I mean, Back to the Future. Best part of that. Let's draw a card, and it is Fractured Power Stone. Whew. So we are Darksteel Citadel, tap 2, play Fractured Power Stone. And next turn, what we'll probably do is I think we'll go ahead and do Thran Dynamo so that we can Arcbound Reclaimer and Piston Sledge the turn after that. So we will pass the turn. We will have quite the good train, or at least a decent one this game. So draw a card. Great Furnace, nice. Now we got a ton of red mana, which is a little unfortunate, but we can make do. We just need to be able to... I'd really like to see Tezzeret get out. But for now, I think that we... Well, let's see. No, we can't do the Mox Opal, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and get the Rakdos Canarium out. And next turn, that means that we can start playing cards. So we will pass. We will do the passing all the way around over to here. So this is kind of the make or break. We will have a crazy good hand here, or we will be hurting. We will start the hurt. So untap, draw a card. Island. Oh my gosh. Suckers. Psi Master Thopterist and pass the turn. We will Metalworker next turn and start getting crazy tons of mana. So untap, draw a card. We got Predator Flagship. Awesome. Let's go and do these 3, and we will do Thran Dynamo. We don't really have anything. We could arguably play Piston Sledge. But, oh wait, actually, I guess... Huh. Actually, we do cast Piston Sledge here. Yeah, because we're going to sacrifice the Darksteel Citadel next turn. That's what we're going to do to get it equipped onto Trax. So we're back to... Vehicles are going to be behind. Thopters and the planes and trains are awesome. Vehicles, not so much. Untap, draw a card. Scour Glass. That's okay. Untap, let's see. Play this, tap 3. Do we... I guess we do the Thopter... Do we do the Thopter Engineer? Yeah, let's go and do Thopter Engineer and get a Thopter here. And actually, no, we want to do it this way. There we go. Thopter here. So we don't have... I guess we should have played the Great Furnace, but we didn't really have anything else to play, so that's okay. Pass the turn. Well, we could attack for 1 damage, but I don't know that it's really that worth it. 1 damage is really not that much. But we will use it to pilot things, I think, here soon. So, untap, draw a card. Commander Sphere, nice. So, we are going to pay 3, play Metalworker, get a Thopter, and pass the turn. So next turn we're going to have a crazy amount of mana. So yeah, that's a thing. We didn't draw a land, but Metalworker's going to make up for that. Untap, draw, waste. That's good. We'll play that. We will tap 4 to play Traxos. Then we will sacrifice Darksteel Citadel to equip Piston Sledge. Oh wait, this comes with play tapped. To equip Piston Sledge, and then we will tap 4 mana to play Arcbound Reclaimer. That comes into play with 2 counters on it. And that will untap Traxos. So now we have... Now we're really close to... Oh wait, no, because that... Man... Let me think. Let's... Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's fine. That's fine. We'll make do. It's still 10 damage with Traxos. Okay. Pass the turn. Vehicles. Untap. Draw a card. Last one standing. Interesting. Okay, so that's a really interesting option. Let's play Great Furnace, and we will do this 1, 2, 3. Sorry, not meaning to readjust. So we will do 3 for Devil's Dragster, and then we will tap 1, 2 for Akiri. And Akiri by itself is actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 power. So we will tap Akiri in order to give Daredevil Dragster haste. and we will attack somebody. I think we would lose our dragster if we attacked the train, so we will attack for 4 damage. The plane stack, and the planes are just going to take it. They are going to take 4 damage and be down to 36. Let's see, we actually want to do some of this. Everybody has played a commander. You got a commander, and you got a commander. Everybody gets a commander. So what is this deck going to do now? What is the planes going to do? Something really cool. Obviously, they're planes. Untap. Draw a card. Island. Okay, that's good. We will island away. So let us tap Metalworker and reveal any number of artifacts from our hand. We will reveal 3 artifacts from our hand and add 6 colorless mana to our mana pool. So then we are going to use 2 blue and 2 of the colorless that we have. So we'll have 4 colorless left, and we will play Thopters Spy Network, I should say. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control an artifact, create a Thopter, and if you control one or more whenever one or more artifacts you control deal combat damage, draw a card. Combat damage to a player, I should say. Okay, so we will tap 1 more and play Master Ethereum. So that means that we get 1 Thopter over here. And we have 2 colorless floating left. So let's see. Let's go ahead and we will cast Signal Pest and get another Thopter. So we need to attack somebody. We will attack the vehicle. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not quite enough to block off the attack from Traxos, but that's okay. So let's see. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, that's how it is. Yes. Okay, so the Thopter is going to attack the vehicles for 3 damage. So the automobiles are, let's just go into show. That's where we're at. Because we dealt damage, we draw a card from Thopter Spy Network. It is Rapid Hybridization. So this is how we will take care of Trax. And we will pass the turn after that. So, let's see. Here we go. Untap, draw a card. Mirror Works. Awesome. Let's see. We got a ton of mana. We have that. Okay, we want to attack with Trax. Who do we attack? The Thopters are pretty big. The vehicles haven't quite gotten around to it. And actually, I forgot to put a velocity counter on the Daredevil Dragster, so we needed to do that. I'm kind of concerned about the Thopters, so I think I'm going to go ahead and attack. And I'm not doing this just because I know that I have the Rapid Hybridization in my hand. I'm legitimately looking at the battlefield, and the Thopters have a big creature. They have Metalworker out. They have a big creature in Master of Ethereum. They have Metalworker out, so they can generate a bunch of mana when they need to. They have 3 Thopters in the air, and each of them are 3/3s. So that's 9 damage potential each turn. They're just so far ahead of the vehicles who are... They have a Kiri, but they're using Kiri to tap or to activate their Daredevil Dragster, which is a 4/4, just a blanket 4/4. So, I mean, that's not, like, terribly good. That's not really, really strong. So I'm not really seeing any other potential from them right now. So I think that it's it's safe at this point to go ahead and attack the Thopters. So that's when the Thopters in response are going to rapid hybridization and destroy target creature and give them a 3/3. So Thraxos is dead. And we need to get a 3/3. We don't have a green frog or whatever, so we'll just do a 3/3 beast. That's good enough. So we end combat on our second main. We are going to, this is 4, 5, 6, and we are going to play Traxos again. And it comes into play tapped. So let's see. We will pass the turn. That's all we're going to do this turn. When we need to do something with Traxos, we will. So let's see. Untap. Untap all of this stuff. Draw a card. And it is Hammer of Perforos. So not too bad, but not useful now. What we are going to do is we're going to pay 3. We are going to play Bludgeoner's Brawl. Actually, let me move this down here. So we're going to play Bludgeoner's Brawl, and that allows us to equip our vehicle to somebody. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Equip it to... Do we equip it to our Thopter? I mean, that kind of makes sense. We don't have... We have First Strike Vigilance on a Kiri. But we don't have, like, Trample or anything. So I think we're going to equip the Daredevil Dragster to our Thopter. And we're going to swing our Thopter over at the planes. And I think the planes deck, the airplanes... Let's see. This time it's going to be... Let's see. Plus X plus 0. So... Converted mana cost... So that's 4 damage again. I think maybe we go ahead and take it again. That sets us down to 32. We're not really in trouble yet. Let me show you. No, come on. There we go. So we're not really in that much trouble. I'm not too concerned about what I'm seeing there. So I'm going to pass the turn. We don't really have anything else that we can play, but we do have something in our pocket for later on when we want to try to kill something, like just totally take it out. Okay, we're back over here. Untap. We have 3 Thopters. And at the beginning of our upkeep, if we control an artifact, we create a Thopter. So we created a Thopter naturally there. Let's draw a card for the turn, and it is Aether Gale. Oh, that's nice. And I can't play it. Well, actually, can I play it? Yes, I actually can. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to tap Metalworker. We're going to reveal a Commander Sphere. So we get 2 mana from that. And we need 3 more mana. So we are going to pay 3 mana and cast Aether Gale. Return 6 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. So I think that we want to... Let's see... Let's go ahead and we will bounce all of the, essentially all of the creatures on the vehicle side. So it's going to be the Thopter Engineer, Akiri, and the vehicle to their owner's hand. So those 4 permanents are going into their hand, which means the Thopter disappears. And then we need 2 more. So we are going to return Traxos and the beast token that we created. So no more beasts. Hooray. It's right there. So now we have a free turn to just pile drive into somebody. So let's go ahead and let's split up the damage here, I think. So how much is Master of Ethereum dealing? So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 damage there. There's 9 damage here. No, wait, 8 damage here, 9 damage here. So yeah, let's split it up like this. Is that why we want to do it? I do find that Traxos is really dangerous. So let's switch this up. Yeah, let's switch it up like this. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Let's see, is this other creatures? Each other attacking creature. Okay, so. Yeah, so this is. The Thopters are 1/1. They get +1/+1 from here. Did I. Oh, and another +1/+1 from here. Okay, so that's 3. There's 9 total, but then they get an extra 3. Or we're dealing an extra 3 damage because it's Signal Pest. So that's 12 damage going after the Trains deck. So let's go ahead and do that. 12 damage, adjust. And then from these guys, they are dealing 1, 2, and then, sorry, we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 damage, 8 damage because of Signal Pass. So 8 damage here, 2 more here, 10 damage against the Automobiles deck. So there we go. That looks good. We did not play anything else this turn. I mean, anything else of real relevance anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. Oh, wait, we did draw a card. That's what we did. We drew a card from Thopter Spy Network because we dealt damage. It's a land. Let's go and play it. We don't have anything else that we can do with that mana, though. Not real. Well, I guess I could play Sage of Latinam. I'm wondering if I give myself one more turn, because I do have a Juror. Sacrifice a blue permanent. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to pass the turn. Pass, pass, posh. Posh, posh, posh. Posh, posh. Okay. Draw a card. Darksteel Juggernaut. Nice. Actually, with Mirrorworks, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is the obvious. We are going to pay 3 and cast Traxos, and that is going to trigger me to pay a blue and sacrifice Master Thopterist in order to cast Abjure to counter target spells. So that means that Traxos is going to go into the command zone, and it's been casted twice now. I paid 6 for it already, so I know I cast it a second time. Oh wait, this needs to stay over here. Okay, now the question is, what else do we want to do? We only have 3 mana. We literally don't have anything else that we can play. We could attack for 2 damage. Maybe we do, just because we need to do something. So let's go ahead and swing for 2 damage over at the planes, and the planes are not going to block. We said just going to have to block with the Thopter, and I don't want to do that. So let's go over to the vehicles. The vehicles are going to untap, draw a card. It is Counterspell. A little late. I mean, we were tapped out, but still kind of a little late. So let us do this. We will pay 3, play Thopter Engineer. That gets us our Thopter back. We pay 3 more. Actually, wait. So can we even do that? No, I guess we can't. We need to do 3 here for that. But we only have... Ouch. That kind of hurt us. Well, I guess actually, no, well, yeah, maybe in this case, what we do first is let's go and do last one standing. So they almost certainly will um, get the creature from that, but we need to choose a creature at random. So let's go ahead and gather all the creatures. In this case, it's going to be pretty easy because the Thopters are all, nearly all of the creatures are from one player. Oh wait, this is in the command zone. We sacrificed it. So we have 4 Thopters. We need to get a few more Thopters out. Here we go. These guys. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's shuffle them up a little bit and spread them out. And let's see. So, let's just roll 2 dice and see what happens. So anything above 8. So we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anything above 8 is a reroll. So that's 11, 10, 10, 8. Okay, so Signal Pest stays, destroy the rest. So Archbound Reclaimer is gone, but so are all of the Thopters and Metalworker and Master Thopterus. Or, sorry, Master of Ethereum is what I should say. Well, that helped out actually a lot. Oops. I will still be getting Thopters, but at least it's something. So this is in the graveyard over there. Okay. We need to resolve the rest of this player's turn. We are going to play a Kiri. We have the mana for it. He's not very strong, but he can get stronger shortly, thankfully. Okay, that's all we're going to do for the turn. We are going to pass. Pass to the airplanes. Pass. Let's see. The airplanes at the beginning of their upkeep, they do get a Thopter because we control an artifact. Let's draw a card for the turn. It is Retrofitter Foundry. Yeah, that's crazy good. Unfortunate, let's see. We want more Thopters, but we also want Retrofitter. We want Retrofitter Foundry. Let's see. Yeah, I think it probably makes sense to go ahead and do this, because then we'll go ahead and tap this Retro Founder thing and sacrifice a Thopter to create a construct. So I think I do have a construct in here. Not a 6/12. There we go. So here we have a 4/4 construct. And we will... I kind of want to go ahead and... I want to play the command sphere, but I think I need to hold off on it. So I'm going to hold off on it. We'll play Psi Master Thopterus next turn, and then that'll be good. Because then... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? No, because we can start making constructs and we can actually set something up that we can use to block Trax and kill it. So we need to get that started. So untap, draw a card, Energy Chamber. Well, there you go. But we need, this is 4, 5, 6, 7. So we actually need more mana. We don't have enough mana. So I guess in this case, let's go on 4, 5, and we will play Mirror Works. We don't need a die there. Okay, Mirror Works. So that next turn we can do Darksteel Juggernaut and make a copy of it, and we can start doing that train instead. And that will be indestructible, so at least we'll have a little bit more of a chance with that one. Let's go ahead and pass the turn, and untap, upkeep, draw a card. It is Silent Submersible. Can we get that and other things out is the question. I think maybe we do want to try to. Well, it is kind of amusing, the idea of equipping a Kiri with an artifact. So we could do that. Maybe we do that. Let's go and do that. So, well, let's see. We still don't really have enough mana to do that. Well, okay, so we'll play the hammer. Don't have enough mana. Not enough mana. Ick. Man. Do we... Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And we will attack with a Kiri. Do we... Yeah, no, wait, let's see. First strike. He's only a 2/3, so he's not really strong enough to kill anybody. So we're just going to have to hold off on that and equip the hammer next turn. A hammer in one hand, an automobile in the other one. That's how we like our Kiris, is carrying vehicles and smashing it, using it to smash people's faces. So, untap, upkeep, we get a Thopter, draw a card. It is Workshop Assistant, so yes, and double yes. Pay 5, let's go and play Psymaster Thopterist, which means that we have cast our commander twice now. What do we want to do? We do kind of want to attack, so we can draw a card with the... No, wait, that's not... It's Signal Pest here. Yeah, so we'll attack like this to give Construct a +1/+0 from Battle Cry, from the Signal Pest's Battle Cry. And that means that we're going to attack the trains for 6 damage. That brings them down to 22 life. And we will draw a card. Trading Post. Not bad. We will pass the turn, and this is on top. So we can actually make a second construct when we need to. And we can make that by surprise. Untap, upkeep, draw a card, waste. Nice. So we could play Trax here. I think we're just going to 4/5 play this Darksteel Juggernaut. We will pay 2 mana in order to make a copy of it. So we have 2 of them. Let's go and get out a little card here to represent Darksteel Juggernaut. And they are currently, let's see. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixes is what they are. Indestructible 6/6. They don't have trample, but I mean 6/6, and we'll start chewing our way over people's faces. Let's see. Okay, come on, it's your time. You got to do it. Untap. Okay, Ancient Den. Nice. Thank goodness. Whew. Let's see. So we could play Tezzeret this turn. I'm kind of concerned about him getting the deadness. So let's do... 1, 2, 3. We will play this dragster. We will pay 3 more to equip the hammer to Akiri. And that means that Akiri is now... Let's see. Akiri is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 3. Yeah, he's an 8-3 first strike vigilance. So that's pretty decent. The only thing that we can attack this turn is the plane deck. So let's go ahead and attack them. And I think that means that they are just going to... Is that just... Let me think. That's 8 commander damage. We are going to be playing artifacts next turn, so I think it's okay if we go ahead and sacrifice, like, block Akiri using this. And we will get a free Thopter next turn, and we will get at least 1 more Thopter. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to block with the Thopter, and the vehicle deck is going to pass the turn. So, untap, upkeep, draw a card, Thopter Squadron, awesome. But first, we have some other things to do, so we will pay 3 mana to play Command Sphere, which gets us a Thopter, and we got a free Thopter. So we actually have 2 Thopters here. We are going to pay 3 more to play Workshop Assistant, gives us another Thopter. Then, let's see. We can't actually make a good attack this turn, so I think we have to pass, and we don't get to draw a card this turn. Unfortunate. But we do have some sacrifice fodder with the Workshop Assistant, which will get us back the Master of Ethereum, which will be really good. And we can also make another construct if we need to with the Retrofitter Foundry. So this guy's turn, untap, draw a card. It is Hero's Blade. It seems pretty sick. Do we? Do we? That's a good question. Do we? So maybe we go ahead and do this. So we 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Traxos. We're obviously not going to make a copy of Traxos, but we do have, let's see, we have 2 artifacts there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So both of our Darksteel Juggernauts are 7/7s. Let the pain commence. What is our life totals? What are we looking at? Okay, so the automobiles and the planes are actually kind of even in this case. But the problem is vehicles, well, vehicles can just wreck us really quickly with Akiri. We could be taken down like in a single frickin' turn if we're not careful. Or did we do that wrong? Yeah, we actually did that wrong. We didn't want to play Traxos this turn. We wanted to do Hero's Blade, actually, and make a copy of it. So there's actually 2 copies of Hero's Blade. I misread it. I thought when Hero's Blade we could... when Hero's Blade comes into play, we could equip it, but no, it's the opposite way around. So that actually leaves us with some open mana. Hannah. Which probably means that we go ahead and do this, tap 2, and we do Energy Chamber and get a second one of these. This changes things a little bit with the Darksteel Juggernaut. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they are now 10 10s instead of whatever, 8 8s or something, 7 7s that I said. If we attack now against the planes, Akiri could come after us with a bunch of damage. They were 8 last turn, so 11. They could 2-strike us. I mean, we're basically 2-strike away anyway with our life total. The planes, on the other hand, are building back up with a lot of cards, but we are about to flip over a super powerful Traxos. So I think actually we're going to double attack the vehicles. I know that puts us on a hot spot anyway, but I don't know that we have any. I don't know what. Well, I guess we could attack with one and leave the other open. So that's what we do. So we can at least have a blocker, an indestructible blocker for Akiri. That's what we do. Okay, so we're still vulnerable from the planes, but we do have the potential to deal, what did I say, 10 damage to Akiri. So it's if Akiri wants to take it. And I think that, let's see, how do we want to do this actually? Yeah, so I think maybe it's smart to go ahead and do this. We will tap Akiri to make the dragster into a creature. Oh wait, you can't see. We have this dragster over here. We can tap Akiri to make it into a creature and then block with it so it dies. That's how we're going to do it. Now we pass the turn. That's all we can do with our pain train over here. Doom train. Maybe that's what we name it. Maybe we name it Doom Train from what is it? Final Fantasy VIII. Untap. Draw a card. It is cranial plating. Okay, how much mana do we have? That's 3 right here. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana total. I mean, why wouldn't we? So we do 3 here for Thopter Engineer, which gets us back our Thopter. And then that well, I guess Mox Opal was already activated. So we 2 colorless here for cranial plating. Pay 1 more to equip it to Akiri. But we can't attack them. We can only attack. Man, if only we had. We're going to have to probably flip around and shove everything onto that Thopter so we can actually get some damage in, which probably comes next turn. So let's go and attack the planes this turn, because otherwise we're going to die from our Akiri is going to die from the Darksteel Juggernaut. So, yeah. Got to kill all those snakes on a plane, right? The first strike is enormous. I don't think we can block enough, because Akiri right now is 1, 2, 3 plus 3 more, 6. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking Akiri is Akiri 6, 1, 2, 3 here. 3 artifacts here, 4 artifacts, 5, 6 artifacts. So yeah, he's naturally a 6/3 first strike. He gets another 3, so 9 first strike, and then he gets another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 15. He has 15 first strike damage. So yeah, they don't have enough to take on 15 damage and also deal more damage on top of that. They're just going to sacrifice a Thopter, and that's it for the turn. Okay, so sorry, that's attacking the planes. They lost a Thopter, and that's it. And they still have 2 Thopters, but we're switching the colors around here so that we can better mark stuff. Because we untap. Well, let's see. We want to. I think before our turn ends, we want to tap and make another construct. So we need to, well, let's just do this. So we have 2 constructs here. One of these is sacrificed. So we untap for the turn. Upkeep, we get a Thopter because of Thopter Spy Network. Draw a card. It is Steel Overseer? Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, that's a thing. Oh, did we were supposed to block. Yeah, we were supposed to block with Workshop Assistant. I'm just now seeing it since we turned back over here. And that was going to return an artifact to our hand. So we're returning Master of Ethereum. We're going to pay 2 mana for Steel Overseer, which gets us another Thopter. Pay 3 more for Master of Ethereum, which gets us another Thopter. Let's see. So we need to attack somebody. Let's see what our life totals look like. Because we're dealing 6 damage with Thopters this turn. So who do we want to attack with Thopters is the question. And I'm wondering if... Let's see. We could try to... We're dealing with the artifacts pretty well because they don't have trample on anything. And even if they get a Thopter, we still have Thopter blockers. So I think it makes more sense to go ahead and attack the train deck here with 6 damage in the air. Which means we'll draw a card, which is an island, and we will go ahead and play that island. Trains is down to 16 life. They are very, very close. And now we have some Thopters to block. We have 3 Thopters that are going to be able to block Darksteel, like Darksteel, and Crazy Thopter guy. And also a Kiri if we need to. So we will pass the turn. And also, we're getting closer to where the constructs are going to be able to actually deal with a Kiri or somebody. So, untap, upkeep. Both of our Darksteel Juggernauts are going to get a +1/+1 counter, and that's from the Energy Chamber. Draw a card. It is a waste, so that's not too bad. We are going to... go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 mana to recast Trax. And Trax is going to get equipped with both copies of the Hero's Blade. Which is crazy. Because that means it is a... let's see. Sorry, a 13/11. Yeah, that's pretty good on a commander with trample. I guess it does come into play tapped, but that's okay. We will undo that here shortly. Okay, so we can attack with something. Let's attack with something. I think we attack with Darksteel Juggernaut. And does it make sense that we attack the vehicle deck again? I think so, because we still... Well, I don't know, because the Thopter deck is just going to chump block. That's not very good. But we can do something, but I don't... Well, because if we attack the vehicle deck, then we could be put on odds with them, and they may try to take us out. So maybe we hold off this turn. Maybe we don't attack anybody because it's useless with the Thopter deck and we don't want to piss off the vehicle deck. So we're just going to pass the turn. And we'll have presumably a really good turn next turn. So, untap, draw a card. It is Ballista Charger. Huh. Interesting. Okie dokie. So we do want to... This is 4 mana in order to equip both of these over to the Thopter. Still don't have trample, though. Is that how we wanted to do our mana? I'm thinking no. We want to do it like this. Leaves our command tower open, which allows us to cast Silent Submersible. So we can have one more thing out. So Akiri is doing pretty well. Let's see. So Akiri has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's still a 7/3, which is pretty decent. And the Thopter is massive as well. But it doesn't have any defense. We could attack over and go after the trains. They didn't attack us last turn when they could have, but it wouldn't have necessarily been all that useful, I don't think. We can't get through the Thopters, but we can keep whittling them down, I guess. Let's see, how much damage is the Thopter doing? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Yeah, I think that, well, let's just say that I have two really big things now. I think I'm going to stay still as well. I think that's what I want to do, because I can just really destroy the train stack. But I think if I do that, I won't be able to... I kind of want Traxos to attack the Thopter deck. So I think I'm going to hedge my bets that Traxos is not going to come after us if we don't attack them. So untap, and this is 5 now. 5 Thopters. We get a free Thopter at the beginning of our turn. We draw a card. It is Nixos trying to Nix. Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous. Okay, well, we have that. Let's go ahead and activate it. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's enough to cast Thopter Squadron, which gets us another Thopter. Then Thopter Squadron comes into play with 3 +++ counters on it. Let's go ahead and remove a counter to create another Thopter. So that's 3 Thopters. Let's see. We want to activate Steel Overseer. So let's go ahead and activate Steel Overseer, and that will put a +++ counter on a bunch of different creatures. So +1/+1, +1, +1, +1. These both have +1. This one goes up to 3. All of these get +1. Oh, Steel Overseer. Freaking bananas. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap 4, and we will cast... Well, we should have cast Trading Post before that. That's what we're going to do. Because otherwise this gets even more complicated with more Thopters that have different amounts of +++ counters, which we're already about to get into anyway. And it'd be better if we can avoid that just a little bit longer. Okay. So, artifact card from your graveyard to your hand, or sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. I kind of am going to hold off on things. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to get kind of insane. let's see. So, okay, so we have a lot of different things. This Thopter guy cannot attack this turn. But we have a ton of flyers that can. So, who doesn't have any flyers? Well, it also depends on the life total. The automobiles is much higher, but we do have the ability to just slam into. So we have 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 5 are all... Yeah, I think that Traxos is a big deal. We can whittle our way through a bunch of vehicles because of the thing that we have, but Traxos does present kind of a problem, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to swing all out with our Thopters. They don't have any flying blocking, so they are going to take 20 damage. And no more trains. No, wait. 20 adjust. Okay. The trains are dead. The trains are dead. No more choo-choo. And that is it for our insane turn. So let's go and do a little bit of quick cleanup here. The trains were so close, but they just didn't make it. They didn't have the right timing or something. I'm not sure. They are toast. They are dead. Goodbye. No more. And with this, we can move the vehicles over a little bit so we don't have to go as far shifting things. So let me go and move this right here, and we will Silas here, and here we have these guys. We have this stuff and our land. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we need something other than Scourglass. Okay, so that's the end of their turn. They draw a card. Holy crap. They draw a card from dealing damage, Masterful Replication. Holy crap. That is insane. Okay. Okay, sure. That's a thing that's going to happen real shortly. Okay, untap, draw a card. It is Weatherlight. Interesting. Let's see. Because Scourglass at this point, the only thing it's really destroying is Psy, Forgotten Winds, and Thopter Spy Network, which is... those are all really useful cards, but it's still kind of too slow. And I'm not sure what else we can do here other than maybe what we do is we do 1, 2, and this is 5 total. We do 5 total to do Tezzeret the Seeker. He starts off with 4. Let's go ahead and take him down to 0, and let's just try to find some kind of artifact for X or less that might do something to help us, because I'm not sure what we can really do at this point. Let's see. I mean, we can make a copy of Steel Overseer. I mean, we could make a copy. We really need the we need some kind of trample. Trample would get us pretty far. There's still a whole lot of life, unfortunately. If only we could get Darksteel Citadel. So we could get Oval Tracer. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough to get Batterskull. That would have been really good because the lifelink would have been really good. We get our own Master of Ethereum. prototype portal. Is there anything? Not really. There's not really anything there in our hand. That's it. I wonder if we just try to go for something with trample and say as much damage as we can in a single turn, because we lose next turn. I mean, that's just it. They have so many Thopters. There's nothing that we can really do. So I think we get Oval Chaser Dragster again. Well, I guess we do. We have haste with Thopter Engineer and the Hammer, so maybe we get something that. See if there's something with more power with trample that costs 4 or less. Not trample. Do 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 do. Yeah, unfortunately the Dragster is the best that we have. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any have any mana to really do much other than just equip cranial plating and go from there. Looks like it's going to be plains again, and not really not on purpose. Okay, do that. Let's go ahead and equip cranial plating to the Dragster. We're going to tap Thopter Engineer in order to pilot it, or to crew the Dragster. We have, it is 6 power originally. It gets another, let's see, 6 power, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 damage. And let's just say that, yeah, we're just going to say that the planes take the entire thing, 14 damage. Down to 16. Because that's it. That we're, like, we can equip the cranial plating back over to the Thopter. But like I said, it doesn't really matter, unfortunately. So, untap, and this was 5. It's 4 more now. So 3 and 6 here. Yeah, so that's all the same. At the beginning of our upkeep, we get a Thopter for free from Thopter Spy Network. We draw a card, Manifold Key. So we do, let's see, how much mana are we going to have? So we have this, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 mana, 6 mana. So let's do, that's enough to activate that. Let's go ahead and do Sage of Latnam. Then we will go ahead and sacrifice it. We will pay 1, sacrifice it to return an artifact card from our graveyard. So we will return Workshop, our assistant, to our hand. We will cast Manifold Key, make a second Thopter. Then we will pay that much mana, 6 mana. We are going to cast Masterful Replication, and all of our choose target artifact you control. Each artifact you control becomes a copy of that artifact until end of turn. We are making all of our artifacts. Well, let's see. Let's go and tap Steel Overseer in response, so we can get a +1/+1 encounter on each creature. So this is up to 4. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2, this is 2, this is 1 right here. Each artifact we control is going to become a copy of Master of Ethereum. So each creature other than Psi Master Thopterist, each artifact, each untapped artifact we control is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. They're all going to be 21 21s. Except that they each give each other +1/+1. So I said 21 21. So they are actually 41 41s until end of turn. Because that's a thing that can just happen. That is a massive amount of damage. Oh, wait, sorry. And most of them have +2/+2. So instead of 41 41, they're more like 43 43. So let's say if all of these guys can't attack, we're not going to attack with Psi Master Thopterist. So, and this guy's already tapped. So how many creatures are we attacking with? Let us say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. Let's see, 14. They can block with 2 creatures. So 12 of those creatures are going to go through. They're going to block this one, almost certainly, because that's the most counters on it. So they're going to block one more. So I said, wait, 1, 2, 3, 14 creatures. So 12 of them are getting through. Let's see. 12 times, what did I say? 43, 43. So that is, let's see. That is minus 489 health. Oh. Okay. I think that's good enough for a night. I think that's gone far enough. Oh. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and clean up and call it a night. If you want to see more Magic games, I stream twice a week. It's a lobby. A cheater deck. Just a good one. A good one when you know what you're doing. A cheater deck is cheater. Sorry. Suffice it to say, this Thopter deck hasn't. I think it's gotten really close to winning a few times, but I'm not sure that it's won more than like a single game, maybe. In the begin with the rest of the beginner decks, because they're more, like I said, that this deck isn't really balanced for other playing against other decks. And we also are playing 3 decks that don't have too many board wipes in them, which is probably an oversight, but it's still kind of. I probably honestly, I may have misplayed the Traxos deck. I probably should have thought about Naraval's disc at one point, but I'm not. I don't know. Anyway, this is more amusing to me. So I play twice a week. Sundays is when I play more beginner decks. Wednesday or Thursday is when I play kind of this type of stuff, which is just kind of craziness. And then I put stuff up on YouTube, so you can always see the past games that I played. I'll also, at some point, maybe joining MTG Nexus, or I join MTG Nexus on Saturdays ever so often, so you can actually catch me there sometimes. But otherwise, thank you, and have a great end of your week and a great weekend. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.